There was a soft morning breeze, distant bird calls, and the sun was just peeking over the hills when Orin Truebranch opened his eyes. He rubbed the sleep away and froze. Yesterday, the hills, the faraway hills, were jagged and brown. Today, they shimmered with green slopes, and a silver river coiled where the dry plain used to be. A shadow swept across him. High above, a falcon circled, then swooped down, and in a shimmer of light, Mirella stood before him, smiling. Mirella said, "The edge of Lantor has moved again." And it brought something with it, Orin. Orin felt the air hum, that quiet warm in the shift land gave, just before revealing a secret. So walking on gravel, soft staff tapping on the ground, and who do you think there was? Elder Bramblethorn was waiting at the village high point, his cloak pulled tight against the breeze. His eyes, sharp as ever, scanned the new horizon. Bramblethorn said, "A tower has appeared at Lantor's edge. No one's seen it before, and some ruins are meant to stay hidden." He handed Orin a small leather pouch, dried berries for the journey, and turned to Mirella. And Bramblethorn said to her, "Go with him. See what the land has revealed. But remember, not every secret wants to be found." The land was restless that morning. Footsteps over the mixed terrain, and occasional distant animal calls could be heard. A brook tumbled where no brook had been. A tree stood with leaves, half golden autumn, half fresh spring. Mirella shifted with ease. One moment she was a deer, leaping across a sudden ravine, and the next moment she was a lizard, darting through a crack in the stone to scout ahead. Orin laughed softly and said, "Reminds me of that vanishing bridge we once found." Mirella smiled. That was a secret between them. Then they heard a low, distant humming, occasional echoing of the wind. By midday, they stood at the edge of a red crystal ridge. There, half buried in glimmering stone, rose a tower. Its surface was cracked but alive with faint light, as if the walls themselves were breathing. They stepped inside the tower. They could hear echoing footsteps, faint shifting creaks. The air was cooler here. Rooms stretched far beyond the space they could see from the outside. Doorways opened into chambers too wide to fit in the tower's walls. On one wall, a mural painted in colors older than memory showed the sky split in two, one half strewn, the other aflame. Mirella touched the corner of the mural where the half stars were strewn, and she frowned. A symbol, a small symbol, almost rubbed away, shimmered in the light. And she said, "I've seen this before, but only in my dreams." Then there was quiet stone grinding. Walls were shifting. A sudden jolt. The floor tilted under their feet. The staircases folded into flat walls. Doorways vanished. Orin said, "It's alive! The ruin's alive!" They ran, searching for a way out. Mirella dissolved into a swirl of mist, slipping through the cracks until she found an opening. Her voice called from beyond the stone. "This way, Orin! Hurry, hurry, this way! Follow me, this way!" They tumbled out into the starlight, just as the tower began sinking back into the crystal ridge. Orin clutched something in his hand, a small stone tablet with a strange dream symbol carved deep into it. When Bramblethorn saw it, he fell silent for a long time. Finally, he spoke. "That mark," said Bramblethorn, "belongs to one of the Veilborn Lords. But that is a name we should not speak under an open sky." That night, as they walked home, Orin stared at the familiar constellations. He didn't notice when the stars rippled, or forming in any way for the briefest heartbeat, the outline of the colossal figure watching from above he became very aware of. But Mirella did, and she said nothing. The land hums softly, waiting. And that's the end of the story. I hope you look forward to the next one that continues. Bye for now.